Hello, everyone. Welcome to Voices of Wisdom. I am your host, Kyra Schaefer, and I am so grateful that you are here and you are joining us. Please feel free to say hi to us in the comments. Let us know who you are. I have got just the most amazing 2 weeks planned for you. For the next 15 days, we are going to be speaking to some amazing personal development coaches, healers, people who are committed to your wellness and success in this life, who want you to improve and expand and grow and trust and believe in who you are. And I have got the distinct honor right now to be with the most beautiful gal. I will tell you what, she came and she supported Celebrate Your Life as a work study staff member who was there, like so there and present. And except for this one time, right? I walk in, she's in the back room, laid out on the floor because she was giving all of her energy, all of her time, all of her heart, all of her soul, all of her spirit. And I was like, that girl, I love that girl because she knows what self-care really is. And so I am here to introduce to you Bree Burton, who is going to talk to the heart and soul of our wellness through the chakra system, which is so cool. So I'm going to welcome her on. Thank you so much for joining us. Please, please, please comment, say hi to us. I'd love to see you out here. All right. So Bree, coming on. Hey, Bree.
Hello. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm just having a little technical difficulties with one of our places, but that's okay. We're going to figure that out later. I am, again, so happy that you're joining us. Bree, tell everybody about you.
I am Bree Burton. I am a yoga instructor. I have 420, literally 420 hours of yoga teacher training. I'm actually in the process of learning a new style of yoga. It's based on Egyptian yoga, and it's really cool. A Kemetic yoga with Angie. So I'm really excited about that. I have a degree. I have trained over 700 hours because I've trained in clinical hypnotherapy as well. So I kind of combine the two in my day-to-day life. And I'm just really happy to be able to share, not just with the people around me, but with anybody who's interested in it, because a lot of the times my friends are just like, okay, yeah, the chakras, the stars, whatever. So this is really exciting for me.
Yeah. Well, it's so funny. It's like, oh, well, we did that. We do that. Or that's there. But when you deep dive and you really get clear on the power of this self-care, this self-work, this abundant energy that is flowing all the time, it is incomparable to anything. So it's finding that passion, that purpose, that right thing for you. And I'm so happy you are going to be sharing your wisdom on this because reconnecting with tools and opportunities that we may have put aside. I mean, there was a lot of things that over the last year, I was like, I got to reconnect with that. And so once I did, I really felt the power of it again. And so I'm going to let you take over, take it away, do your thing. And let's, I'm so grateful that people are watching and listening. So please, please, please help me welcome Bree.
I'm glad you said reconnect, because one thing I have been reconnecting with is numerology. I do numerology oracle readings, and that's really like when you're in alignment and numbers don't lie. Like, I think that's one of my favorite type of readings. So that is something that I do offer as well. If anyone's interested in that. So
I will put her email address in the comments here in just a moment. And I'm going to head off and you do your thing.
Perfect. So everybody, my name is Bree, as you know, and I've been doing a yoga journey since I was 16. At this point, it's about over half of my life. And a lot of these concepts and learnings and lessons that we get, they're just so experiential. Like, you have to experience it for yourself in order to see their healing, in order to see its power actually take hold in your own life. And one of the major things that I've learned that anybody can apply is about our chakra systems. So our chakras are all throughout our body. So we have 7 main ones that people most likely know about. And those are the ones that we're going to dive into today. And I won't get too deep into any one specific thing. We'll just go over each one. If anyone has any questions, feel free to chat in the comments. Let me know. I'm happy to go into those. Hi, Herbie. Hi, Hi, Kyra. Hi, everyone. I see a few comments coming through. Not a lot, but just let me know. So we have 7 chakras. You want to focus on them from the root to the top, kind of like a tree. And each chakra is entwined with our endocrine system. So this definition's gonna come from Google for sure, because I'm not a doctor and I don't want to give you wrong information at all. So the endocrine system is a collection of glands that produce hormones that regulate our metabolism, our growth, our development, our tissue function, sexual function, reproduction, sleep, mood, among other things. So those are really important when you think about a day-to-day thing, anything day-to-day. When it comes to me, I've endured and overcome a lot of trauma in life. Some things I didn't even realize were trauma until after, like, healing through it, working through it, feeling the adverse effects, feeling just the growth and the change within me and people around me noticing it. So just get into it. When it comes to the chakras, we have 7. Our base chakra is our root chakra. It's also Mool in Sanskrit. And the element for that chakra is earth. So when it comes to the chakras, each has an element, a color, and a way that you can actually feel it. What I like to do is to feel within myself if I'm having an experience and I just feel like off about it, like I don't like this, I don't like where I'm at, I don't like how I feel, I wish this wasn't happening. You can kind of tap into your own body. Just take a second, breathe, and feel within yourself, like where do I feel this the most? Like, you might feel a burning, you might feel a tingling, you might feel just an inability to breathe, you might feel your heart racing, you might feel your stomach queasy. So your base chakra, your root chakra, is for stability and security. So a lot of our childhood experiences will be brought up in this chakra. A lot of poses that you'll do in yoga class, say for example, pigeon pose, that's a pose that might bring up some base or some feelings around that area, stability and security in your life. The sound, each chakra has a sound. The base chakra sound is lam. Lam. Even when you say that, you can feel it in your body. And the color is red. So say, for example, I don't feel stable, I don't feel secure. I want to show up powerful. I want to show up knowing. I want to show up secure, knowing, stable, and just ready to go. I might wear some red. I might eat some cherries. Like, it sounds kind of silly, but if you try it, you'll notice the difference. So a part of knowing myself led me to realize, hey, these experiences that I had, when I was a kid, I was actually kidnapped. I had a lot of fallings out with my family, a lot of things that just would come up in my practice, and that would help me to realize, like, hey, these are base chakra, Mool chakra elements that I can work on, that I can incorporate and improve upon in my life. So that is the first chakra, base chakra. Root chakra, Sanskrit Mool. The glands it affects would be our gonads, sound is lam, and the color is red. So a lot of times I like to check in with myself, see where I'm at, and it's always okay to take time for you. It's actually necessary. So don't be afraid to honor yourself where you're at. Give yourself that stability and security that we need in life. Our next chakra is going to be the sacral chakra, Svadhisthana. The element is water, so it's kind of in our low stomach. It's below the navel, right above our pelvis. It's responsible for our sexuality, reproductive function, joy, a lot of our financial needs. So if you feel like your low back pain, you might look into your life, you look into yourself and say, this has to do with my sacral chakra. And I don't speak Sanskrit, so pardon me if these pronunciations are not accurate 100%, but I am doing my best there. It's just a disclaimer. This chakra is about our creativity, our desire. You know, if you're feeling like a lack of passion, a lack of joy, you can try art. You can try, eating an orange. It's also good for our immune system. All of these chakras have to do with our immune system as well. So it's all with our endocrine system, which is with our immune system intertwined. And your glands that are impacted are going to be your lymphatic system, reproductive organs, large intestines, pelvis, bladder, everything around that area of your body. So right about the center, about an inch below your belly button, 2 inches above your pelvis, you can find that chakra, feel for it. And its sound is Vam. So I don't know if you are in a place to be able to say it, but Vam, when you say it, you can actually feel it within that chakra. So that is some information about our sacral chakra, Svadhisthana. And element is water. So you can flow with water. You can use crystals to empower yourself. So say that you don't feel, sexually powerful, or you're trying to do some reproductive action, or you want to find joy, you want to increase your finances, go for those colors, go for those foods, honor yourself. In this time in life, it's really easy to try to just go. You want to feel productive, especially just being in our situations, wherever we are, no matter what it is, it can feel like it's the only thing that you're focusing on is what's going on. But you can focus on how you feel, lean into that, and do what you need to feel. So if it's finances, joy, creativity, desire, it might be some sacral chakra element that you want to look into, dive into, and bring back that power. Take your power back. It's always okay to reinvent yourself. One thing that I always want to do is keep peaking, keep reinventing myself, and just feel into these areas of my body. Is there a block? Is there something that I want to better empower, improve, expand upon? And where do I feel it in my body, and what can I do? So it might be difficult to embrace and put yourself first, but you can't pour from a cup. This chakra is water, and you're trying to pour out your energy so you can increase your joy, increase your abundance, reproduce, and that, whether it be literally with children, family, life, or metaphorically, you want to produce art, you want to produce better numbers in your sales, you want to, get more awareness to your cause, whatever it is, you always have the power to increase, improve, and just dive into where you feel. Don't be afraid to feel. Be ready to feel. Be willing to feel. Because vulnerability is strength. And we always want to tap into our strengths, increase our strengths. Everyone in the world has an opinion, and yours matters too. So always remember to just put yourself first, and don't be afraid to feel into what's going on. So we've gone over 2 chakras. There's 7 full. We'll go to the 3rd, which is our solar plexus chakra. So that kind of at the peak of our rib cage. So not quite our heart, not quite our stomach, but really our core. The sound for this one is Ram, R-A-M, Ram, and it's our adrenal gland. So you know what that is. That's our one's personal, professional success, energy, change, giving yourself the power. Workouts that you can do for this one would be abdominals for sure. I know boat pose, that is one in yoga. If any yogis are out there, that's one that you can really feel your solar plexus in. Manipura, Manipura chakra, literally in Sanskrit translates to city of jewels. So that's where your power lies. Your power lies through all of your chakras, but really your willpower, your determination. This element is fire. So literally the element of fire, of heat. You heat up your core, heat up your desires. Your color is yellow. So wear some yellow. You feel like you want to be determined, you want to show up, you want to shine bright like fire, have that spark. It's your solar plexus chakra that's going to have that power for you, ready to tap in. All of these are within you, ready to access. And it's not a luxury, but it's a necessity. You know, what might work for me might not work for somebody else. But what I can say is these different centers of energy in the body, I have always been able to feel into, tap into, empower, and make sure that I'm living in alignment with what's going to give me the best outcome. So, City of Jewels is going to be your solar plexus chakra. It's kind of find your rib cage. It's about maybe 3 inches above the belly button, and you're going to feel into that power. So, yellow, fire is the element. Sanskrit word Manipura chakra, responsible for your personal, your professional energy change. And when you focus in on this, you will feel a difference. You can look up different mantras. If mantras are your thing, definitely do mantras for it, meditations around it. And just utilize these tools. Make your wellness your top priority. Because what affects you physically also affects you mentally. I've also gone through different stages of loss in life. You know, I've been heartbroken, I've moved different places, gained friends, lost friends, gotten jobs, lost jobs. And that's all about willpower. Your will to see your situation and get yourself out of it, climb out of it. Do not stand still. Life's always moving, and we, like fire, can burn through the old and ignite the new, because this life is for us. So understand this also is around discipline. So discipline can really bring you a lot of freedom. When you're moving through life and you know I have to get A, B, C, D done, you can set timers, you can have a course of action planned, calendar, an inner knowing. When you're determined and you set that goal, it's going to be so much easier. At first it's going to feel like work, because it is work, it is hard. You are changing something, but you're changing something with your determination to get what you want. So always remember that when it comes to you, and it comes time for you to make your moves and your determination, you're all that you have. No one's going to be telling you what to do. This is your life, your responsibility, your power. So always take it, always accept that this is your time to go for the personal success. Find the power within and focus on it. Get the change that you want to see in the world and make it possible. And a lot of that comes from our desires of our heart. And always, 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 it's the heart versus mind, heart versus mind. And, you know, really feeling into your heart is imperative. You know, you want to follow your heart. You want to be logical about it, but your intuition always knows what's best. So moving up is our heart chakra. Really cool thing that I learned about the heart chakra. I didn't tell you. Yeah, I did tell you. So really cool thing about the heart chakra is its color is green. So if anyone sends you a green heart, you know that's real cool, joyous love for you. The heart chakra is the Anahata chakra, and its element is air. And the back heart is old love. Front heart is current, present, new loves. The glands that the heart chakra regulates are the lymph node at the neck and the thymus. The thymus and the lymph. The thymus is a lymph node at the neck. The sound is yam. Yum. It's really cool, really powerful. If you feel a tug at your heart, maybe say that in your mind, just deeply, quietly. Feel that power, tap in, and just listen, feel, and everything will be revealed as it needs to be for you. Because that's how life is. Not everything is perfect, but everything happens exactly the way it needs to be. And a big part about love is loving yourself. When it comes to this life, we're always going to make mistakes. We're always going to be, not right in someone's eyes. But what happens is love conquers all. Always. I've never not seen love conquer all. So when it comes to the heart chakra, that's where you want to dive into and just feel into, keep going for it. Forgive yourself, love yourself, and keep discovering and checking in and honoring where you're at so you can get to the next stage of where you want to be. Yes, love conquers all. Yes, yes, yes. I love these comments. So the next chakra is our throat chakra. I'm wearing blue today because I'm speaking, and I want to empower my throat chakra. The Shuri chakra in Sanskrit, and its element is ethereal, the ethers. So it's your ability to communicate, to listen. The glands that are impacted are the ears, esophagus, throat, thyroid, the jaw, teeth, neck, and the vertebrae. All of these chakras really are aligned with the vertebrae. And we don't just have 7 chakras. We have thousands of chakras all throughout the body, as traditional Chinese medicine, acupuncture will inform you of. But these main ones are the 7 that you can really just focus in on and find your own way of managing yourself. Checking in, discovering where you're at, honoring where you're at, and loving yourself anyways. Because a lot of times, I make mistakes. We all make mistakes, but the bouncing back, the rebound from it comes from continuing on. The throat chakra sound is hum. You can say it with me. Hum. You can feel the vibration. You can feel even just taking in the air to pronounce the H, the A, the M. Hum. You can feel it opening up yourself and able to speak. I don't know if you can even hear me, the cadence in my voice, the effort, the ease, just the change. These are very powerful tools that you can use any place, anytime. And there are different positions that you can do. You can do like neck rolls to the front, to the back. Just relax and open up those chakras. Feel into yourself. Maybe take time, do a little mantra, and really dive into your life. If you have something to say, you know what you want to say, you think about it, meditate on it, and really just go for it after you know. Because when you know, you go. When you know, you go. So our ability to communicate, to listen, to find out what it is that's going on that we need to address will all be within the power of the Shuri chakra, our throat chakra. And a really good thing to do is just to find support with whatever you're doing. Find your center, find your happy vision, and keep going for it. I know that a really cool thing that I did learn throughout my trainings as well is that really focusing on the first 5 chakras, the root, the sexual chakra, your solar plexus chakra, heart chakra, and throat, getting those 5 in alignment really takes care of these last 2 chakras, the pineal gland and the crown chakra. Definitely needed the throat chakra info. You're welcome. I'm glad to provide that information for you. So just really getting into alignment with your first 5 chakras. The others take care of themselves. You're grounded. You have your joy. You have your passion, you have your determination, you have your love, and you have your voice. So getting into alignment with the first 5 is integral for moving forward and getting past any kind of blockages, anything else. I'm not saying that you can't work on your pineal gland, your third eye chakra, or your crown. You can always work on your connection to source. You can always work on your inner knowing, your intuition, your third eye. But really where it counts, a lot of people, want to jump into the third eye, the third eye, the third eye, the third eye. Everybody knows about the third eye. But what about the first 5? What about the foundation? That's really where you want to dive in. Because when it came to me going through my yoga teacher training, learning through my hypnotherapy, just getting past like the past, the present, and where I want to be, it really came down to getting in full alignment. Foundation is so important. So true. So these 5 chakras getting in alignment are really core foundations. And your ability to listen, communicate is going to change everything, because no man accomplishes anything alone. So no, I'm not saying don't work on the other chakras. You're totally encouraged and welcome to do that. But it's just what I've been taught and what I've experienced. When in alignment, the whole world tends to align with you, and with effort, and with ease. Do what you love and the money will follow is a common saying. And I'm just like, in the past I've just been like, okay, well, I like to stay home. I like to be on my computer. Here I am at home on my computer, sharing what I love, because usually I have to bend people's fingers, just like, listen to me, please. But here I am, like, sharing this information with people that do want it. And it's so helpful. So many people might see these little differences in you by just taking the initiative to focus on yourself, put yourself first. Like I said, you can't pour from an empty cup. I'm going to take a sip of water. So you want to make sure you have that foundational alignment. Begin and follow through with complete grace and eloquence. You'll start seeing this work for you. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me. This is my favorite topic, besides, my other favorite topics, hair, skin, nails. The actual inside, where it counts. As above, so below. As within, so without. And it's so true. Nothing is accomplished by yourself. So your brow chakra, your pituitary gland, is most important with controlling your growth and development, and the functioning of your other endocrine glands. It's the Andhra chakra. In Sanskrit, it translates literally to the center of knowing. The color for this chakra is indigo, and it's responsible for clarity and intuition. So a lot of people really want to know about the future. They really want to be intuitive, and that's great. But you really want to be in alignment so that these messages are accurate. So it's not based on a trauma response. So it's not based on, a past experience. It's based on present truth. Like I said, I do numerology oracle readings because numbers don't lie. Like, I can see an image, it might evoke something to me that might not be what this person that I'm doing a reading for is looking for. It's not might not even apply to them. But when I have those numbers, when I have that endocrine gland connection, that center of knowing, then it's like, hello, obviously this is what it is. It can't 1, 2, 3 ABC, like point A, point B, 1 + 1 is always 2. Like, these numbers are fact. So the pineal or pituitary gland, that's going to be kind of in the center of your eyebrows. A lot of times when you meditate, people will tell you to focus on your third eye. When you close your eyes, it's kind of like the space between your brows. The sound for this is sham. So people who are looking to develop and strengthen, enrichen their pituitary gland, their brow chakra, that's the mind, intuition, that's the sound that you want to focus on. You can do a whole meditation just with the sounds for each of these chakras. And the crown chakra, this one is like the most challenging for me to say. It's the Sahasrara or crown chakra. Its color is purple, and it's responsible for your connection to spirit and source. It's connected to pituitary glands. And this connection, once these 5 are in line, last to take care of himself, prayer, meditation, just getting really quiet, listening in and hearing. You know, it's not always about delivering the message, it's also about receiving. So the crown chakra is the 7th chakra. Color is purple. Some people say it's like white diamond. There's so many different teachings, and there are so many different ways of knowledge and sharing information that exist out in the world. But these are the 7 chakras. These are how I've learned them, and these are how I've been able to apply them. So just by knowing these, it's not a one-size-fits-all. I know for myself, and I did promise to share the 7 tools that I use. Again, it's not one-size-fits-all, but the first one is going to be love yourself. So knowing your foundation, knowing your root, knowing where your security, where your stability, where you stand on is solid ground, just love yourself. And you're always going to be meeting new versions of yourself. When you're healing and you're on a healing journey, you're going to think, yes, I did it. I've healed. I've done it. I've done it all. I'm great. I'm golden. And then another layer comes out. We're almost like onions. So love yourself, because you're always going to be finding new areas of yourself, new ways of life that you can improve upon and learn about yourself from. When it comes to this world, it's you and you. You know, everything, I believe we are all one. Everything is a reflection of ourselves. And loving yourself is going to be the very number one tool. If you take nothing away from this at all, but this, it would be love yourself is what I would say. Number 2 would be knowledge. You know yourself. And after you know who that person is, still gotta love them. Still gotta love them. Good, bad, ugly, all of it. Because all of it does make up who you are and who you've worked so hard to become. So knowledge. Know yourself. Love yourself still after you know. And the third one seems kind of like obvious, but do your best. You know, there's no comparisons in this world. You are you. You are here for a reason. Hi, Paula. You know, you're here for a reason. There's no one else who can do what you do. Whatever reason that you're here, you're going to be able to find it. But always do yours, because there's always going to be someone that's willing to help you. I know it sounds silly. You know, there always is. Like, as long as you keep trying, keep going for it in the most miraculous ways, you'll start seeing them come about. So find your center, create your happy vision, just go for it. Go for it fully, do your absolute best, and keep going for it day after day. Know yourself, love yourself, and do your best. And number 4 is find support. So people won't always just drop out of the sky. Sometimes you will have to do the work. Sometimes you will have to seek them, find them, or find your own peace at the very least. Because with me, I'm an introverted extrovert. I'm an introvert with extroverted tendencies. So when it comes to what you do in this world, like Herbie, good, yeah, absolutely. Do you create a happy vision? Like, find your support and find your peace, because the whole reason of having a support system is to uplift yourself, to build yourself up, to find peace in existing. So find support and or peace at the very least, because no man is a mountain, nothing gets done alone. But as long as you're not harming others and you're finding that love and peace within yourself, you can find that inner harmony that you need to traject yourself onto the path and towards the goal that you have for your individual self. And this one might be a little bit difficult. We're getting to the fifth tip. It's not one size fits all. You don't have to do it in order, but the fifth one is going to be forgive yourself. Because it's so easy to say, oh no, I slammed that door, or I had a bad tone with that person, or I just had this fight and I overreacted and everybody saw. But you got to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. No one else can forgive you unless you forgive yourself. And we're always going to forgive ourselves. We're always going to have something to forgive. We are our own toughest critics. So we're always going to have to go back and look at the reels of our day, like, look, replay, what did I do today? How can I improve tomorrow? And, you're not going to be able to get past it and get towards the next step unless you forgive yourself for any missteps, failings, fallings. And failing is proof that you're trying. You got to fail to succeed. Or are you failing, or are you succeeding and learning how to do better? Are you succeeding and learning what does not work for you? You can reframe how you think of these things, and that gives you power. You always want to empower yourself, forgive yourself, love yourself, find your peace, and just know that you always will find a way to the next step. Number 6 is keep discovering, keep checking in. Don't stay still. Life doesn't stay still, and neither will we. So we keep moving, we keep progressing. Take the time, though, if you need it. Like I did mention at the forefront of this, is to always, always, always take your time for you. You cannot pour from an empty cup. So when you discover yourself, you check in, you might want to sit with it. When you do a meditation, it's important to have that stillness afterwards to settle into what kind of energies that you just settled down into, to find that stillness, to integrate all of the lessons that you have called in. And that's a part of discovery. When you want to get to that pituitary gland, you want to get to that crown chakra, you want to download that information, you want to have that psychic, that intuitive hit, that knowing, it does take silence in order to receive this. So keep discovering, keep checking in, find yourself, forgive yourself, support yourself, find support from others, do your best, know yourself, and as the forefront, love yourself. And drum roll, 7, you gotta honor where you're at. You have to appreciate your small wins, and this is so major for me. I've been honor roll, top student, I've lost my scholarship, I've lost jobs, I've gained jobs, but wherever I'm at, I have to look back and say, wow, through this down, let's remember all of these ups. Yesterday I lost my job, okay, for example, I didn't, and you just want to honor where you're at. I'm not putting that energy out there, it's not, but honor yourself, honor where you're at, because only you can be you, only you can do what you do. You might have needed that low point in order to learn a lesson that you can teach to others. So you always want to appreciate your small wins and recognize them. You can do your highs and lows of the day. Appreciate your small wins and what you're capable of doing and what you did do, because we're capable of so much in this life. And if we don't honor the little steps that we take, how do we know that we're making progress? How do we know? We don't. So it's so important to honor where you're at, discover yourself, check in, forgive yourself, find support, or peace at the very least. Do your best. Don't compare. There's no need to compare. You're doing great just as you are. Just keep going. Know yourself. That's something so powerful. So many people in this world have no idea what they like, what they don't like, anything. Yeah, Rena, everyone does grow at their own pace. So you can only do what you can do. And you can know about yourself and love yourself anyways through it all. So that is for the most part, what I do have to share with you guys. I thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to be with me, allow me to share what I've learned. A lot of times when you are moving through grief, when you are moving through traumas, when you are moving through whatever your experience is, if you can physically, literally, like through exercise, be it taking a walk, be it even just getting some fresh air, opening a window, the small things. So I just want to thank all of you guys so much. Hi, Brilliant Success, Entrepreneur and Author Education. Welcome.
Hey, that was awesome. I really enjoyed that. I mean, like, okay. Like, hold on a second.
Pausing.
Because you said you like, I'm like taking, I'm like, oh no, it's frozen. I'm like taking notes over here. One just standout one for me was, you can't kind of jump into your intuition. We want to skip a step sometimes. Like what you were saying is like, let's jump into the intuitive part, the fun part, but the reason why you said was because you might not be getting the truth. You might be having something as it relates to the trauma response. Like that is awesome. Awesome. I'm so glad that you brought that out. That's so huge. So I just want to thank you for that, because that's something I think we miss because, we want to get relief, and sometimes, okay, well, I do have this ability to pull in information. Well, now where is it going? And what filter is it coming through? So that's so cool.
Right. And it's really a way for you to separate your inner monologue from the higher spiritual download side. Like, which part of this is me and which part of it is spirit, connection, source, God, universe, which part is which. And unless you can get still with yourself and align yourself from the root to at least the throat chakra, you might not know. And so it's better to really be grounded in your knowing. And through doing that centering, through doing that regulating of your chakras, you can really get there. And
that's incredible.
Yeah. I'm sure you know.
Well, I mean, it's so good to be refreshed and to reconnect with the principles that move us through this life, that really can help us adhere to our spiritual practice, remind us of our spiritual practice, and help us cultivate more of that. And there are people that are on here listening to this for the first time. So, do you have any tips for those people who are listening for the first time, who are in the process? I know you just gave us a bunch, but any kind of like go-to thing you say to yourself that helps you get like immediately grounded, getting clear, and you're like, this is what?
Really, and this is something I think most of us can do. It's really just about taking breath. Breath work has been so major for me. I had a friend tell me, if you feel like you're going to say something mean, or if you feel like you're going to lose it, you can literally hold your breath. You're not going to pass out. You're not going to die, but hold your breath until you can think of something good, something that's powerful, positive, or at the very least, until you're back regulated and calm. That's something that you can do. Like, no one has to know that you're doing it. Like, unless veins are starting to pop out of your head, do it in private if that's something you're worried about. But you will be fine. And I've tried it before, and it does work.
I love that. So if you want to get in touch with Bree, here's her email address, breeburtoninformation@gmail.com. Is that right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Good. And I am so grateful and so happy you are number one, first episode of Voices of Wisdom. What's up?
I'm so thankful. Thank you, Kyra. Thank you, Kyra. Thank you, As You Wish Publishing, Celebrate Your Life Events, Mishka Productions. Like, this is really, like you said, where you saw me as a little baby, work, study, helping. And here I am, a part of it. It's something I never thought I'd be.
Yeah. Well, you that was in how long ago? That was a few years ago. But I was like, that light and that lady is just amazing. You were always so sweet and so, like, seriously, relationship goals should be me watching Bree speak. It was like this. I was like, what else are you say? Because this is great.
You gotta find someone that looks like me like you do.
You're so sweet. All right. Well, thank you, Bree, so much for joining us. I'm gonna don't go anywhere. Don't leave me, because I want to talk to you after the show. It's the private stuff. To just get to connect. And I thank you all so much for watching, so much for listening. Thank you so much to Liz Donahue, Mishka Productions, CYL, Celebrate Your Life events. I am so grateful for everything that you do to help bring personal development, wisdom, and information to the world. So thank you so much for allowing us to utilize your platform, and also to as we kind of even expand out even more to all of the groups and all of the people that have been listening and will continue to listen over the next 15 days. Thank you so much. I hope you all have a beautiful day.